up, beautiful people? This is Ringa Gonsalves and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to do another DIY. That's right, I've done a first. This DIY, you will find the link in the description, but you can watch that later. Anyways, let's get into this. I saw this and I so wanted to recreate it, and then I realized that wait a minute, I have this skirt lying in my wardrobe. I have a love and hate relationship with this skirt. I want to get rid of it, but then on certain days I need it. So it's that way. I'm pretty sure we all have that piece in wardrobe which we have love and hate relationship towards. And then I took this bedsheet. It's quite long. I was looking for a shorter piece. I don't know where it is kept, but I also need to make sure that there are no spots or it's not dirty at all or no stains on it, so that I can use it for this DIY. So I'm gonna use this bedsheet. I'm also gonna use B7000 and trusty pair of scissors. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's DIY. So as you can see, the flare of the skirt, it is starting right from here. That's why I am planning to keep it a little lower and planning to cut it like that. But honestly, I am not sure how this is gonna turn out. I'm so dicey. What if this doesn't work? But what if it does? The reference image here, and as you can see, its shape, it's straight, and then here it's short and long, and that's my skirt. Sorry for the light. I'm also filming the reel simultaneously. Laid the skirt upside down, and I've also laid my phone upside down, and I forgot to wear my ring, so I'm doing that. By the way, this ring, it's a blessed ring of the cross, so I'm not using as a fashion element, just to be clear. Okay, so as you can see, this part is shorter compared to this part. So this is the left side and that is the right side. So the left side, I just cut it from here like that. I've put the glue here. I moved the glue a little downward, that is here like that, so that this part is larger than this cut. And there you go. This is my second cut right there. Now you can see it more clearly what I have envisioned, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it straight. I used this cloth as basically a ruler, and now I think this needs more deeper cut so that I get exactly this. Now this fabric I've cut till here, so now I'm just gonna go straight. This piece is here. I know it doesn't look very close to what I have envisioned, but as you can see, my skirt is more of flare and this is an A-line skirt, which is why this has happened. But we are going to trust the process as always. So we have a piece of fabric here. I know it doesn't make sense to. This is how the skirt looks on me right now. I think it's cute, okay, I'm not going to lie. It's very, very cute. Now all I want to do is stick the fabric on this and I'm good to go. So this is the fabric. I want the skirt to be long, so I want it to be of this length. Take the fabric down here, and this is the extra fabric that I want to chop, so I'm gonna chop it straight now. This part about fabric is you can just pull it, and just pulling this and tearing this. Sorry for this angle. I was just too bored to put it on my tripod and adjust it. So you get the full idea, right? How I tore this fabric in one go. I did not do any rocket science to cut this off. This is a very old technique in Indian household or anywhere else around the globe. As you can see, this part of fabric, which we are not going to use, is already out. It was like what, a 2-minute work? That's amazing. I'm going to cut more fabric because this is still longer for me. I'm going to turn this skirt inside out like that, and we are going to stick this fabric inside. Now as you can see, this has a lot of splits, which is why it is looking so gorgeous. But anyways, it is a fabric, right? And this fabric is definitely stained. We are going to make that work. Let's see how we can hide that. But what I have in head is this fabric is too bigger for me, right? Yet I'm going to not cut it as of now. First I'm going to complete my pleats work, because pleats take double fabric, right? After sticking at the end, if anything is still left, only then I'm gonna go ahead and this is upside down. I want to make sure that the fabric is also upside down. So this part right here is gonna go on the inside and this is going to be on the outside. I'm going to work like that so that when I turn it, I get this part on the outside. This is basically going to be here like that, and then the end, because as you see that this is quite nicely finished because it is untouched. I think I'll follow this. All thanks to our Indian moms. They have taught us how to take sari pleats. Thanks to the Indian culture. So it's just a plit that is basically, you just have to keep this straight and then you just have to overlap it like that. It's on you how wide you want the plit to be. So if you want to take it smaller, then you take it smaller. I'm going to also stick this on this. How it looks. This glue is the perfect for this particular fabrics. Last time with the faux leather, yeah, I said fox and it is faux leather. Because I had seen a lot of influencers use fox, the word fox, so I thought that was the correct pronunciation. Anyways, moving forward. This glue is not yet dried like the previous work. This might take some time. I'm going to give it its time to dry. I'm going to go ahead and try and hide this within this pleat, but I'm not sure if that will work. So that will make this pleat a little smaller compared to the others. One side is done. This looks like a skater skirt as of now. And before turning it upside down, I want to make sure it is completely dried. Okay, this is sort of dried. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this upside down very carefully. So I thought I will need to cut this fabric because it will be extra, but to my surprise, because of the pleats, this has turned out to be shorter. Now I do have extra piece of fabric that I cut previously. I can use that. That is a little bit difficult. I have to see how I can make them use. But first, here's the catch. Now, as you can see, this is one side, right? Now, when I'm going to overlap this white fabric on top of this, I need to make sure that it doesn't bend like that. This black fabric should not bend. Now, here also I've made sure that this fabric is straight, or else it will just mess up the whole design. So this is the work that has been finished so far. This much part is left and I think I have just that much fabric to complete it with few pleats. I'm definitely going to be able to use this. Now the only thing is I have to stick this and this part, like, you know, full, like straight together. So I think I have to stick it with the glue only because I don't have the energy to stitch it. This fabric isn't enough too, so I'm just going to take a big pleat here. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick these two pieces till the end. I did finish sticking the first part. I'm super tired. This process is very exhausting. My back is aching. I don't know how the professionals and designers do it. This is so difficult. If I had enough cloth, it wouldn't have been this tedious. I am going to just go ahead and paste this on this just like I did this one. Now that the sticking is done, I'm going to go ahead and cut this excess fabric. Yay! The skirt is finally ready. I would say almost ready. Now I'm gonna turn it inside out again. The skirt is finally ready. Oh my goodness, I never thought I would. I'm gonna try it on now. So, drum roll please. This is what the outfit looks like. I think it has turned out to be amazing. I've paired it with a black tube top. Nobody's gonna tell that this is made out of a bedsheet. Here is some close-up look for you. And I've paired it up with black stilettos. This is the close-up look of the outfit. I did iron the skirt to make sure that the pleats look like the picture. Also, the cut is looking really good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Do watch my previous video like I mentioned earlier. Thank you so much for sticking by. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Until the next one. Now that I'm working with a bedsheet, this looks like a bedsheet to me as well.